Let's see. There we go. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to this week's Midweek, Midday Motivational Minute. Is the microphone on? Come on now. I am super excited to be here with you, IG, my IG family. Make yourself at home with you, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. Come on in for this week's Midweek, Midday Motivational Minute, episode number 43. I can't believe we're 44 weeks into the year 2024. Woo, it will be gone before we even know it. 2025 is going to be here. So I got to give props. I got to say thank you to last week's sponsor, NSN Orlando, National Sales Network. Thank you so much for showing me love. Ooh, nothing but love for you. And I got to give a shout out to this week's sponsor. We are powered by LinkedIn Local. Deborah Matthias, thank you so much for allowing me to come on out last week and serve as the opening keynote. Nothing but love. So last week we talked about you are awesome. Yeah, you are awesome. And you are awesome. This week, and actually before I get into this week's topic, I got to let you know. Speaking of awesome, I'm encouraging you strongly, very strongly encouraging you to make sure that you hit the polls and that you get out and you exercise your right, your privilege, and your responsibility to rock the vote. Yes, rock the vote. And this week's topic, in the spirit, with Halloween right around the corner, in the spirit of the spooky season, we're going to be talking about being spooky scared. And my question to you is, how do you overcome fear? And I've heard folks tell me, hey, Larry, fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. But I can tell you, I can really experience fear. I'm hosting my first webinar in 25 minutes. And it's the first time I've hosted my own event. I can tell you I was shaking in my boots. I don't know why, but I think it might be human nature. I think it might be the fight or flight that's going on in my head. And what I found is that this is an evolving journey. I remember when I was younger, my mom made these flyers, Lawns by Larry. And she told me to go out and knock on doors. I said, no, I'm not knocking on doors. I'm going to leave that flyer at the door and I'm going to run as fast as I can. She said, little Larry, what are you so scared of? What's the worst that someone can say? Well, I said, no, of course. She said, is it really that bad? I said, yes, of course. I don't like to hear no. It's that fear of rejection. It's the fear of failure. It's that false evidence appearing real. And I know, hey, Larry, are you stupid or are you dumb? I'm neither. Well, why are you scared to host your own webinar? You've been on so many other people's webinars. I don't know. I don't have a logical reason. It's an illogical. It's my body trying to protect me, the fight or flight. But I had a great conversation with my coach previously, and we talked about my perspective, the way that I view failure, my relationship when it comes to things that I've never done before. And we were able to dig in, and I was able to come to the conclusion that it's not that bad. It's A-okay. You're either going to have massive success or you're going to learn. Hopefully you do both. But if mama knocks you out, mama said knock you out, it's okay. That might be a chapter in a future book. Kind of like my book, Joel, chapter number 2, strikeouts, they're a part of life. I've struck out so many times on the baseball diamond, in life, in business. It is okay. So my question for you is, how do you overcome fear? Do you work with a coach? Is it your support network, a mastermind, your community or communities that support you? Do you just find it within? How do you overcome that when your body gives you that fear in your heart, that fear in your head, that fearful talk? I'm curious. What do you do? Because I need help. I'm evolving and I'm trying to get better. Now, some of the things that I've thought about, how do you overcome fear, Larry? It's try to understand, where does that fear come from? Brother Keenan, who's the author of the great sales book, I've got it over here somewhere. Where's Keenan's book? He said, Larry, you have so much fear when you talk. Why is that? I said, well, growing up, if you weren't a massive success, you were a failure, and that was bad. well, you know what? I can break that. It's not bad to not have success. As long as you're learning and as long as you're adapting and making changes and sharing it with others, it is a-okay. I've also found that, hey, changing my mindset, it's really a daily practice. Essentially, naturally, I want to think about all the things that can go wrong, but it's within my control to say, what are all the things that could go right? You might mess around and be a massive success. Oh, mind blown. Let's go. Someone needs to hear this message today. And I think it might be me. Anyone else out there, come and get you some. How about with some of these big tasks or what we perceive as big? I mean, I think they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. But how about breaking it into smaller steps? I had a great conversation with my colleague earlier today, Dr. Sarah Glova, and what she shared, and I love this. She said, it's not the presentation, like it's the big thing, it's a presentation. Hey, Larry, this isn't the webinar, it's your first, and it won't be your last. I got another one coming up November 6th. Imagine that. I'm going to get back on the bike and make sure it's even better next time. But it's not the, it's a. So don't overhype it. Don't create this monster in your mind that it's something bigger than what it really is. Now, I used to think back to when my dad was practicing long jump and triple jump. He used to always close his eyes and mutter stuff. Come on, Shorty. Blah, blah, blah. He was pretty much visualizing. He was pumping himself up. When I get done with this session, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to speak life into myself. I'm going to lift myself up. I'm going to center myself on serving others, because when it's not about you and it's about you, it's about others, it's amazing how that perspective changes. I'm prepared. I've been practicing. One of my speaker colleagues, I had to let her in on Zoom. She said, did you sleep last night? I said, not much, because I was preparing and over preparing and just making sure that I'm ready. When you get ready and you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I'm ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I'm pumping myself up right now. So focus on that preparation. Focus on the journey, not necessarily the result. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oftentimes for me, trying to be perfect would hold me back from doing anything. Hey, Larry, you know that sometimes good enough is good enough. I also encourage you to find those folks that can lift you up. Found that support network. Find those folks that will encourage you and be there to lift you up in a time of need. My mentor, the great Willie Jolly, said, sometimes you got to lean on the faith that someone else has in you until yours kicks in. Dr. Jolly, I appreciate that word, and I appreciate the faith that you've exhibited in me having success in this industry. It means so much. For anyone else out there that might need to lean on my faith in you, you got it. Lean on my faith in you, my belief that you are great and you will accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Lean on that from me until yours kicks in. It's on the way. I encourage you to take action. On your mark, get set, go. We just saw the Olympics, the Paralympics, so many great heroes, so many great stories of overcoming, of triumph. We also saw those that fell short, but I applaud and I tip my cap to each and every one of them that tried. I encourage you, take action now, massive action. Don't wait until tomorrow. We're not promised tomorrow. We talked about dealing with death 2 weeks ago. Don't wait until next week. We're not promised next week. Right now. Whatever it is that you're noodling on, you're oodling on, you're thinking and contemplating, go right now. On your mark, get set, go right now. You have my permission to go and get it. I also encourage you, and this is one I've had to work on continuously. This was my theme in 2023. Hey, Larry, be easy on yourself. Practice self-compassion. Practice giving yourself grace and realize that, hey, you're not going to be perfect. That's a unrealistic expectation, and that's okay. As long as you can look in the mirror and say, you know what, I tried my best, you can forget the rest. So I encourage you, be kind to yourself. Find a routine, find some sort of process that's going to allow you to get in that zone, not AutoZone. But if you want to sponsor me AutoZone, I'm open to it. But I want you to get in your zone of genius, your zone to be able to deliver the best you can results that you can deliver. Oftentimes, comparison is the thief of joy. We're comparing our chapter number 3, or in my case, my my chapter number 4, to someone else's chapter number 18, chapter number 30. That's not right. Stop it. Hey, Larry, stop it. Stop comparing yourself to others. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the folks that you have the honor and the privilege to do it with. And as you go through it, continue to learn. Continuous learning through these experiences is absolutely amazing. So I wish you an amazing Halloween. If you celebrate, please be safe out there. And I encourage you to go ahead and knock out any of those scary fears that you have. I encourage you to knock those out. You've got my support and you've got my entire community. My folks on IG, nothing but love. My folks on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, nothing but love. As we go through and we fight these spooky scaries, I encourage you to overcome them. One last shout out. I got to give big ups to my homegirl, Galem, and her family. Congratulations on your new baby boy. Nothing but love. That filled up my heart. It continues to. I'm glad that everyone is safe. Everyone is happy. Beautiful pictures. And that's what life is all about. Celebrating with each other. Ooh-wee, that's powerful. So speaking of power, I encourage you, make it a powerful rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Make it a wonderful weekend. It's your choice. And I hope to see you next Wednesday. I hope to hear the stories of you stepping in your power as you go about this life. I do want to look at some of these comments. Hey, Jeff, I appreciate it. You are awesome, Larry. Hey, Jeff, it takes one to know one. You are awesome. Willie Franco, so great to see you. Loving this, Larry. I hope my words had an impact, a positive impact. Phil, what's going on, Phil? I tried to feel the fear, but do it anyway. I love it. And actually, Dr. Sarah Glova, she shared a term that I absolutely love. That term that she said was digesting an emotion. Sometimes we look at fear and we're like, we got to get rid of it. Well, quite the contrary. What if we stewed in it? What if we sat in it? What if we dealt with it and digested that emotion and said, that was yummy. That was good. It tastes like chicken. This is a real chicken wing, even though y'all know what time it is. It's bow time. I wish. But yeah, digest that emotion. Thank you so much, Phil. I appreciate you sharing that. Phil, and try to bring to my awareness that when I feel it is a sign that I'm about to learn something new. I love that approach right there. Danielle, you're far too kind. I need to listen to you every day. No, you don't. Ask my wife. She's like, oh, no, do not tell him that. Can't stop, won't stop. Oh, man, sir, Joseph, you know what we do, Larry Long Jr. Boom. So great to see you. So great to see everyone. Thank you so much. James Babb, love you, man. B-Turn, thank you. Molly Co, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate y'all more than you even know it. Make it a wonderful Wednesday. It's your choice. And I'll holler at you on the flip side. Peace. See you, IG. Oh, goodness. I love it. Let me see. I want to put a note here. Thank you. Thanks so much, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. I'll see you on the next side, flip side, next Wednesday. Peace.